when I was going to stream again, but I thought about it. I got discharged yesterday from the hospital last night. So, first they were thinking today, this morning, but they said last night. But that's okay because the beds were uncomfortable. But I I figure, I'm in this bed for 6 weeks. I can get up, of course, slowly walk and move. But, I'm not going to be rushing to do anything. I figure I tell a little bit of what happened. I had said I will talk more in detail after the surgery was performed. There was nothing bad that happened. It's just I had finally got to donate my kidney. I've been on the donor list for at least 4 years. And the loved one of mine's that's blood related, I won't say in what way, I wasn't a match, but they told me that with the pair exchange, if they find someone that I match and I can give my kidney to them, then they can get someone on that list that matches my loved one, and they can get a kidney in return. It's a very great thing. And if you know somebody that is, needs a kidney and you are not a match, there is the pair exchange. So it's a really good program. It took 4 years, and it's been a rough 4 years trying to get things together. But as I've said before, God is good. And when something is in His will, it will happen. So I will say that when I was in the hospital getting ready to go have surgery and things, I, of course, pray. You should always pray before you go under anything. Always pray to God. God, is this your will? And is this something He wants you to do? Always pray to God, to cover you and to protect you, and to know that His will shall be done and that He's going to give you strength. It just happened so fast. I don't remember being afraid. I just knew that God was with me. I wasn't worried because God is who gives me that strength. And you want to know something? 2 things that from this experience that I think is just beyond crazy. One, the person that I donated to was a rare and hard match. Somebody who's been on the list for such a long time. And their blood related their blood related relative was able to donate to my loved one. That is just beautiful. I mean, that's just how great God is. Somebody was just a rare match. No one could match her. It was me. And their blood related relative was able to match my loved one. And I am so thankful. And even just through the surgery, when I got up, I found out that I had appendicitis on top of that. And at the right time, they were able to take my appendix out along with the kidney. I had no idea I had that. And I said, wow, isn't God good? Like he knew, like at this moment was the time to have both of those things removed. I had no idea. It was like I felt no symptoms of anything. Had I not had that surgery, I don't know what would have happened as far as my appendix was concerned. But most of all, I'm just proud and happy that everybody got their kidney and that things have worked out as it is to be. And, of course, overall experience was just a blessing. The only thing I didn't like was those beds. The hospital beds, they were very uncomfortable. I don't know why. But when I laid on it, they weren't like, I'm a person that sleeps in a tombstone position. So I don't like to sleep where beds are unevened. And, the bottom part was a little bit down. I was very uncomfortable, so I was tossing and turning a lot. But other than that, the experience was just a blessing. I really was thankful. So when I got discharged yesterday, I got home around nighttime. I was just happy to be in my bed because that's the thing I was missing was my bed. So to prevent blood clots, of course, you have to do a lot of walking. So that's what I've been doing. When I was in the hospital, I tried to walk a lot with the pain. It was very painful at first getting up and out of the bed. And I had to get a lot of shots, heparin, different things, because, they don't want you to get blood clots. But today, I think I did a lot better with the moving around. I moved around a little bit more. There is pain, but I'm trying to manage without taking painkillers because painkillers constipate you. So I don't take painkillers like that. I take it on a limited basis. I only took one Tylenol. That was last night, and I haven't taken anything since. So I've just been managing the pain and walking back and forth around my apartment. I'm just laying down right now to relax. But I figure I'd come on because, heck, I'm here for 6 weeks. I ain't going nowhere. And I will do a Bible study very soon, if not maybe at the end of this week or next week sometime, depending on how I feel. Because I want to be able to, be concentrated, not think about pain. Because that's, I have pain here, unfortunately, but that's part of, going under surgeries. But the hospital I went to was a really good hospital, old school. Lady Lourdes, really good hospital. What I like about the hospital is that in there they actually quote Bible scriptures over the microphone. So, when I went there before the surgery, they do that a lot. They quote the Bible scriptures before, in the morning. When they give you food, they give you a paper with prayers. And I really love the prayers that I was reading on there. Very, very thoughtful. So that's what I like a lot about that hospital. I can't even laugh. Man, I want to so bad. But I can't, because if I do the incisions that I had cut, the surgery incisions, they're going to hurt bad. Hi, David. Oh, David. Oh, thanks so. Oh, David. Oh, David, I didn't tell you because I wanted to wait, but I finally donated my kidney. I'm sure I told you back before that I was on the list. But how you doing, David? Everything is good? Yes, it's been a long, busy road, but now everything has came into place. Yeah, it's a blessing when, you know, you waited so long for something to happen and it finally happened on his time, on God's time. And it sure as heck happened at the right time. And when I was having appendicitis, that thing is no joke. I couldn't believe it that I had that. And at the right time during the surgery, that was removed without me knowing about it. That was something. David, I gotta get back to your emails whenever I get a chance. Mama Candy's just been running around so much. If you wonder why my throat sounds this way, it's just because I had anesthesia and, in the pain. So, I can't really really speak with all my oxygen, with all my breath without a pain in my stomach. Oh, thanks, Siberian girl. Oh, appreciate it. David says I'm good. Take it easy. Get you a lot of rest. I will, David. And thank you, Siberian girl. I still have like loads of messages on my phone that I have to get back and tell everyone thanks, and let them get updates. Thanks so much, Siberian. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate the prayers and just everything. Yeah, it's been a journey, man. I'm just glad this is all done. Siberian, it's been 4 years on this list, and waiting for this to happen with my loved one getting a kidney, and the other person on the other end getting a kidney. It's a blessing. Two people got their lives back out of this. Two people. Sometimes it can be more people involved in the surgery, but two people got their lives back yesterday. It's a great gift. It's a gift of life, and especially when it's your parent, because your parent gives you life, and now you're giving it back in return. It's a great gift. I'm gonna tell you something funny though, just before I get off. Yes, Siberian. When I was talking to the nurse yesterday, right? She was telling me, she says, "You're such a champ. Even in this pain and this surgery, you still smile." And I said, "Yes, I do. I do." And she said, "You know what it is?" She says, "You're a girl." She says, "Women, they are tough. You're champs." She says, "I'm telling you, when I have a male transplant donor, they are like babies." I said, "No way." Oh, I want to laugh so bad, but I can't. Um, she said that the men are they're little wimps. I started wanting to laugh so bad. And she says the women donors, they are a little bit more aggressive and they are smiling. They're up with a lot of energy. She says women, they seem to be much more, how do you put it? She said, women, we tend to be more prone to pain, better than men. Not to knock any men down. I'm just saying what the nurse said. She said, women, we tend to be able to take more physical pain a little bit more than a man does. Maybe because we go through periods, we go through, was it childbirth? We go through so much with our bodies. I think that's true. I think she made a good point. But I thought it was funny because she says the men donors, they be wimping and complaining. She says the women donors, they never do that. I said, that's weird. I was like, I wanted to laugh, but I couldn't. Oh boy. But one way or another, she says it's a blessing to see someone given a life and another chance because there's so many people, Siberians, so many people that pass away, that, you know, that needed a donor and they couldn't find one. And 1 second they're there and the next second they're gone. I had to hear it all the time. So it's, you just got to be thankful. And if you're in good health, you got to be thankful for your life, man. You got to be thankful for whatever you have. Be thankful that you have a good health. Be thankful to be able to move and work. There are people out there that don't have their health and they're not able to move around, but yet they're thankful. Be thankful for good friends and good family, people that are there to support you. Be thankful that every day you can wake up and be able to see life and there's no wars and bad things going on. There's so much that can happen in an instant. And a lot of times, even myself, we can overlook all those things because we focus on one thing, focus on one area that may be irritating us. But then we overlook everything and the rest of our blessings. That's right, Siberian. Amen. You gotta be. Yes. You're thankful for every day you wake up. Yes. Men are stronger physically and women are stronger emotionally. You hit the spot, Siberian. That is true. You are stronger emotionally. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe that's what she was trying to tell me. Because I don't know. I think we're good with the emotions. I think maybe, I don't know if I'm wrong, but maybe it's because women, we are dealing with our emotions all the time, so we know how to manage it better than a man. Because men don't always be quick to show their emotions a lot, unless they're really, really going through something. So they tend to hold back their emotions. They're a man. Women, we are more out there with our emotions, so we're better able to cope with it, I think, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, Siberian, has been a journey. I'm really happy that everything went down the way it did. I just now gotta be careful. Oh, I gotta be careful. Ow. Yeah, I'm trying to grab something off the side of me. This is my folder here they gave me about, the living organ donor transplant. because afterwards you have to be, see, because after you donate, they give you a set of things to, live by, like, your diet restrictions. There's not a lot of diet restrictions, but there's things they don't recommend. So I gotta read through all these forms and see like things that they don't recommend or things they don't want you to do. So I gotta look at these. I mean, they prescribe me these medicines, but I'm not taking them. I don't want to take any pain meds, really. I'm very funny about taking medicines, but I'll take them if I really, really need them. So I'm just like, I'll just take one little pain med. That's it. I try to go without it today. I think I'm managing good. I can't wait to be able to laugh again. I can't wait to do that. I love laughing. Oh, but I'm going to go. I just wanted to give a quick hello and let everybody know I'm doing good and just positive vibes. No matter what's going on, I like to always spread positive, good vibes. Yes. And I'm going to read some scriptures, and then I think I'm going to use that spirometer thing. I want to help my lungs a little bit more over there. I'm glad this has made you so happy. Brings you joy. Share your celebration with you. Oh, thanks, Siberian. I'm not going to drink any wine, of course, right now. So have a toast for me. Have a toast, a great glass of wine for me, and the rest of everybody involved too. There's 4 of us all together. Oh, you too, Siberian. Oh, thanks. Just thank you. Yes, it was good to hear from you, Siberian, and you too, David, if you're still there. And have a toast, both of you, for me. Want a glass of wine or something. And you too, Siberian. You take care of yourself. You too, David. And I will be back soon. Okay? God bless. Bye-bye.